Tomato farming starts with understanding that the tomato plant is sensitive, fast-growing, and highly responsive to soil, water, and care. Farmers first select land that receives full sunlight because a tomato plant needs long hours of direct light to grow strong stems and produce healthy fruits. Well-drained soil is essential, as standing water can damage tomato plant roots and invite disease. Before any planting, farmers test soil texture and fertility to ensure it can support continuous tomato plant growth throughout the season. Land preparation is the foundation of successful tomato farming. Farmers remove weeds, old crop residue, stones, and debris from the field so the tomato plant can grow without competition. Deep plowing loosens the soil, allowing tomato plant roots to spread easily and absorb nutrients efficiently. After plowing, the soil is leveled and broken into fine tilth. Organic manure such as compost or farmyard manure is mixed into the soil to improve structure and provide long-term nutrition for the tomato plant. Tomato plants are usually raised in a nursery before being transferred to the main field. Healthy tomato plant seedlings are grown in seed trays or nursery beds using light, nutrient-rich soil. During this stage, farmers protect the tomato plant from excessive sunlight, pests, and overwatering. Seedlings are watered gently and monitored daily. Strong tomato plant seedlings with thick stems and healthy green leaves are selected for transplanting, while weak or diseased plants are discarded. Transplanting is done carefully to reduce stress on the tomato plant. Farmers choose cooler hours of the day, usually early morning or late afternoon. Small pits are prepared in the field, and each tomato plant seedling is placed upright with its roots fully covered. Proper spacing is maintained so every tomato plant receives enough sunlight, airflow, and nutrients. After transplanting, immediate irrigation helps the tomato plant settle into the soil and recover from shock. Water management begins immediately after planting. The tomato plant requires consistent moisture but cannot tolerate waterlogging. Farmers use drip irrigation or controlled flooding to supply water directly to tomato plant roots. Too much water can cause root rot, while too little water weakens the tomato plant and reduces flower formation. Mulching is often applied around the tomato plant base to conserve moisture, regulate soil temperature, and suppress weeds. As the tomato plant starts growing, farmers closely observe leaf color, stem strength, and overall plant posture. Light training and support systems such as stakes or trellises are introduced early to keep the tomato plant upright. This prevents fruit contact with soil and improves air circulation. Early care during this stage determines how strong and productive the tomato plant will become later. This first phase of tomato farming focuses on building a healthy tomato plant structure. Proper land preparation, quality seedlings, correct spacing, and careful watering ensure that the tomato plant develops strong roots and foliage. With this solid foundation, the crop is ready to enter the next stage of growth, flowering, and fruit development. As the tomato plant enters its active growth stage, nutrient management becomes a daily responsibility. The tomato plant requires balanced feeding to support leaf growth, flowering, and fruit development. Farmers apply fertilizers in split doses, ensuring nutrients reach tomato plant roots gradually. Nitrogen supports early tomato plant growth, phosphorus strengthens root systems, and potassium improves fruit quality and size. Organic inputs such as compost tea and biofertilizers are often used to keep the soil alive and support continuous tomato plant development. Water management remains critical throughout this phase. The tomato plant needs steady moisture, especially during flowering and fruit setting. Farmers adjust irrigation frequency based on weather and soil condition, avoiding sudden dry or flooded periods. Uneven watering can cause blossom end rot, fruit cracking, or flower drop in the tomato plant. Drip irrigation is commonly preferred because it delivers water directly to tomato plant roots while keeping leaves dry, reducing disease risk. Pruning and training are essential practices for healthy tomato plant growth. Farmers remove unnecessary side shoots and weak branches so the tomato plant can direct energy toward fruit production. Support structures such as stakes, strings, or trellises are adjusted regularly as the tomato plant grows taller. Proper airflow around the tomato plant reduces humidity and prevents fungal diseases, while upright growth improves fruit exposure to sunlight. When flowering begins, farmers monitor the tomato plant closely. Healthy yellow flowers indicate good nutrition and plant balance. Temperature stress, nutrient deficiency, or water imbalance can cause flowers to drop before fruit sets. To support successful pollination, farmers maintain field hygiene and avoid excessive spraying during flowering. A well-managed tomato plant begins forming small green fruits soon after flowering, marking a critical success point in real farming. Pest and disease control becomes more intensive during fruit development. Common pests, such as aphids, whiteflies, and fruit borers, can weaken the tomato plant and damage fruits. Farmers inspect tomato plant leaves, stems, and fruits regularly. Preventive measures include neem-based sprays, biological controls, and field sanitation. When chemical treatments are required, they are applied carefully and at recommended doses to protect both the tomato plant and surrounding environment. As fruits mature, the tomato plant shows visible signs of readiness. Leaves may slow in growth, and fruits gradually change color depending on the variety. Farmers reduce nitrogen and maintain potassium levels to enhance flavor and firmness. Irrigation is slightly reduced near harvest to improve fruit quality and shelf life. Harvesting is done carefully by hand, ensuring fruits are not bruised and the tomato plant remains healthy for multiple harvests. Harvested tomatoes are sorted based on size and quality. The tomato plant often continues producing fruits over several weeks, allowing multiple harvest rounds. Post-harvest handling includes gentle cleaning, shading, and proper storage to maintain freshness. Farmers feel satisfaction seeing baskets filled with tomatoes, knowing that every healthy tomato plant reflects disciplined care, observation, and real farming effort. This final stage completes the tomato farming cycle. From soil preparation to harvest, each step shows how real farming depends on consistency, patience, and understanding the needs of the tomato plant. When managed properly, tomato farming becomes a reliable and rewarding agricultural practice that delivers both quality produce and valuable learning.